Hello, my name is Mike and I am the social media campaign manager at Glide Agency, and today we are going to talk about if your campaigns are getting a ton of clicks but zero purchases. So we're going to show you 7 steps to diagnose what the is going on to see if we can get your campaigns kicking again. So step 1 is to check that your Facebook pixel is installed correctly and firing. It's the most obvious one to why you might not be getting purchases, but it can be the first hurdle that everyone falls down. So to quickly check that you've got the pixel installed, we're going to use our own website as an example here. If you go into your Ads Manager platform, click on Business Tools, and click on Events Manager, this page will come up here showing your pixel activity. Now here you can see all activity over the last 30 days or so. You can see any events that you've installed the custom events on for the Facebook pixel. So you have page view, which is the one that's across all the website pages, and we've added one for view content for our contact form pages, and lead obviously is anyone who submits a form there. So a quick diagnosis here, everything looks fine. Another way to check, if you can't see anything on here or there's things missing, events missing, then the best thing to do is to jump onto Google Chrome and download this plugin called the Facebook Pixel Helper. That will show you exactly what's firing on what page. It will show you the events here and a little tick. And then if you want to check your own events, you can find the pages you've installed any custom conversions on, such as the contact page. And there you go, view content shows there as well. Now if you have nothing on here and nothing in here, then I do have a separate tutorial coming out which will explain how to install the Facebook pixel. It does require its own tutorial in itself, so check that one out if you haven't already. Now I'm going to add this little tip into step 1B or something like that. So another reason why you might be getting tons of clicks and no conversions is that you're not actually using a campaign optimized for conversions. So this kind of ties in with the whole pixel installation thing because you need to have your pixel installed for this to work properly. Please avoid website traffic at all costs because the traffic objective brings a lot of crap traffic in. So and it's traffic that will take a long time to convert. A lot of it's spam, a lot of it's bots, so please avoid that one. Engagement is fine if you want comments and likes on a post, and it has its uses, definitely, but if you're looking for conversions for purchases, then hit the conversion campaign, and you can either optimize straight away for purchase, or you can optimize for add to cart or other events like that. Step 2 is to check the ad itself that you've created. Now, an obvious problem is if you've created an ad that is getting clicks and no conversions, is the ad too clickbaity? Now, here's an ad we've been running for Glide Agency over the past 2 months. It clearly shows what you're going to get when you read the copy, and then when you jump on the landing page, the experience of what you read in the ad and the image and the headline all matches exactly what you get here. So, as a user, if you click on the ad, it takes you to a landing page that is completely different, and it's hard to find where you need to finish the action, which could be buy something, it could be download something, it could be fill in a form. Then that is a big red flag there. Also, do please excuse that I am using dark mode on Google Chrome, so everything looks a bit cool and funky, but it does appear in white when you do it on your own one. But all hell dark mode. Anyway, one other thing that I forgot to mention, specifically to e-commerce, is you need to keep an eye on what prices your ads are showing if you're using any dynamic product insertion. So if you're running DPAs or if you're running collection ads with products in place, if you update the prices on your website, make sure they're reflected in Facebook. There's a whole tutorial that is required to watch on how to install a shopping feed because it's quite complex. But please do ensure that your pricing is matching what's on your website. Step 3 is to check your landing page load speed and user experience. So load speed is pretty obvious why the people would drop if it was a slow loading website. So the easiest way to do that is to use this developer tool that Google has, Google has lots of great tools, obviously, that you can use for free. So if we just chuck our website in here, we can see the page load insights, and it will tell you the performance of your website. So I'm going to click my fingers, and we'll have some results. Now, as you can see, quite a lot of useful information here. You can see this page speed load, other cool things too, and then it gives you opportunities of where to optimize your website for there as well. Step 2 is to check the user experience on mobile. Now, obviously, you can check how everything looks on your mobile phone, but you can also make it smaller, and then it will automatically make it mobile. So you can scroll down and just have a look and see if it's nice and clear. Everything is where it should be. Check these call to action buttons are in the right place, and that looks pretty good to me. So that's one way to check everything's okay. Step 4. Is it clear on what the next steps your customer should take? Now, once you get onto a landing page or a website, it has to be super clear what you want the customer to do on the site. So we're using one of our clients as an example. Need to make some changes and fast. Our meal plans are everything you need and nothing you don't. Start now. So that is really clear. And then it takes you to the Newt Reboot bundle with all the product information there. And you can pick whether you have got daily balance or paleo, and then buy now, nice big call to action button, and customer reviews there as well. Same goes on this landing page. Big headline, tells you exactly what to do, doesn't ask for too many details, name and email, click watch the video, and that's as simple as that, and that's how you get access to that video there. So step 5 is more of a product issue than anything else. Is the customer window shopping, or are they looking at different prices from competitors, or is it simply a product that's quite expensive and takes a long time to decide whether to buy or not? So this one is Pearls of Australia. They sell South Sea pearls and other types of pearls in North. They come from Broome in Western Australia and also Broken Bay in New South Wales. Now their average order value is very high, so $730 here, $400, and you got some products in the thousands as well. So you're not going to buy that on a whim. It's going to take a few visits to convert that purchase, and that is just means you have to have robust retargeting to make sure that you're always in the news feed, and when they're ready to buy, they go through your ad onto your site and not competitors. Another common one is where people try and price match from other websites. Very common with white goods. So this one is a air circulator. They have a range of air circulators and heaters that they're selling at the moment, and what people tend to do is open another browser and have a look on Google Shopping to see where they can get the same product for cheaper. So what you have to do on your own website is monitor the competition. Obviously, you don't want to get into a race to the bottom, because your profit margins get squeezed horribly and you make no money, and there's no point even selling the product in the first place. So the thing you have to do is, if you're prepared to keep your price at what it is, then you have to really show the value of buying from you versus buying from somewhere else. So in this case, buying directly from the supplier means you get an extended warranty and other benefits like that. And obviously, buying from the supplier means it's 100% genuine. You can deal with them directly with any issues. It can be a lot easier just to deal directly with the supplier. So you have to really push that in your messaging. And just keep a watchful eye on how low the other competitors go. You may have to drop your prices a teeny bit, but not too much. And you've got sale periods you can use as well to help push any stock out. You can use Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, New Year's, Mother's Day, Father's Day, you name it. There's a sale for everything. Number 6 is test your checkout process. Is there anything dodgy with your process? So we're going to do a pretend checkout with Vornado. So I'm going to go to the Energy Smart range. Everything looks good so far. This is it's a Shopify site, so everything's nicely laid out. This all looks good. So if we go to add it to cart there, so if we want to start initiating checkout, so far so good. First thing to make sure is that your discount code area is visible. If people are coming from Facebook and you're using a discount code, then if they can't apply it, then they're going to bounce. So that's the first thing. Second thing is that everything's very clear with the shipping address, so you fill that in. So I'm going to start auto-populating this field and then click and we're done. There we go. That's not actually my address, by the way, just FYI before I start getting fan mail. Another important thing is the shipping. Now here we got free shipping with products over $200, but if your shipping costs are quite expensive and they don't realise that before they get to this step, then often they will bounce and look for competitors. So you can really keep an eye on those shipping costs versus your competitors. Once you hit the payment page, then really it's just a case of making sure everything looks legit and safe. The internet's a lot better about doing credit card transactions over the past 15 years compared to what it used to be. So having a very smooth checkout process and ensuring you have all the correct symbols and certifications and that kind of thing ensures that people feel safe about purchasing from you. And finally, point number 7 is bad social proof on your ad. Now, funnily enough, I went through this ad this morning and I found a cheeky comment which makes no sense at all. You do get these a lot on Facebook ads. You do have to address the problem. If it is a problem with your delay in getting goods out, so if someone's complaining that their order hasn't arrived, then you do have to message them on the page, take that conversation privately, and then deal with it there. If they're just being trolls, then simply hide the comment like that, and no one else will see it. Really, someone needs to be monitoring your social channels, especially if you're running paid traffic to them, to ensure that there's no spam and no just crap. But the main thing is, if you do get any issues that crop up, that you're showing that you're dealing with them in a prompt and timely and polite manner. That is so important because then it builds trust in your company. It also builds trust in that you can resolve issues with the products, and ideally you want all people also saying this product is amazing and tagging 3 friends in, that kind of thing as well. And it does snowballing, drops the cost per click, which means it drops your cost per purchase, and then you can run that ad for a bit and then pause it when it starts to tail off, and then because it's got all that social proof on it, you can kind of reactivate the ad and then it will start ticking along nicely again. So really important to keep an eye on that social proof. So there are the 7 steps to diagnose what the beep is going on if you're getting tons of clicks and no purchases. Obviously, we've kind of scratched the surface with this tutorial, but there should be enough there for you to get stuck in and analysing there. If you do have any questions, then let us know. Simply drop us a message on the Glide Agency Facebook page or hit us up at glideagency.com.